Hey, Bible friends. I hope you're all ready for a workout today because we got some heavy lifting to do. We've got the NLT and NIV Life Application Study Bibles. Let's take a look at them. Both of these are third edition Life Application Study Bibles. I've already taken the Bibles out, so make it a little easier on me to maneuver these things around. I'm going to focus on the NLT. For one reason, I like the green. And the NIV and the NLT are basically the same thing. Not as far as I don't mean the translation, but I'm just talking about the layout and the commentary. This is the NIV and this is the NLT. I'll show you the NIV in a minute. Nice binding. This is the leather-like, and it's got just white under silver, paste down vinyl lining, no reinforcement. Presentation page, family records, standard fare here in the front, note to the readers. Oh, did I skip a page there? Pages are on the thin side, so sometimes they're a little hard to separate. One thing I should have mentioned a second ago is that there is only one ribbon. The NIV comes with 2 ribbons, but this one only comes with 1 black ribbon. So I've got put some bookmarks in this so I could kind of highlight some of the places in here. I'll jump to it. They have a really nice timeline that goes several pages. I like this green. Really like the green. So it goes from creation. It says undated, but I disagree, but that's conversation for another day. And it goes all the way to Apostle John writing Revelation. I like this green. Did I mention that? I have a lot of nice articles in here and information, or kind of like statistics about certain people, kind of like the main characters of the Bible. They have little maps like this here, sprinkled throughout. There's another one on Reuben, Balaam. And then in the Psalms, they change over to a kind of a poetic setting here. I mean, a little more so than just the paragraph format elsewhere. This Bible comes in at a little over 3,200 pages, 3,200 pages. So this thing is packed with information. The commentary in this is wonderful. Me and my wife have been working through the NIV, and we just love it. They've done such a great job with the Life Application commentary. It's nice to read some commentary that's kind of applicable to your life, as opposed to just an exposition of the Scripture. Between the Testaments, they give a short kind of article about what happened between the Old Testament and the New Testament, which is nice. There is a little bit of bleed through. You can see right here. It does, looking at the camera, it does look worse on the camera than it does than my eyes see it. So it's like the camera is kind of magnifying that brightness for some reason. So I would think that if you were to get this, you would see that a little bit less than what it is in the camera. The font, I should have mentioned that a minute ago. The font is really nice. The font is huge. I mean, it says a 10.8. I think that's what it said on the box. Let me check real quick. Yeah, the NIV says 10.8. The NLT just says large font, but it's definitely large font. Even the commentary is nice. I mean, very readable. Jesus words in red. I like that they made these chapter numbers so large. My vision is not, it's not horrible, but I enjoy the larger font. All right, let's get to the back. And look how this thing lays so flat. Even, let me see here. Let's try this. Let's see. Will it lay flat if I go all the way back? It's still laying flat. Still laying flat. Still laying flat. Wow. Yeah. That's amazing. I don't know how they get such a... That's great. Okay. Where was I? Okay. The tables... A table of ancient weights, measures, and coins. Nice. I like this back here. This is kind of like school for new Christian, and then so they got another one. How to follow up with a new believer, something that we probably should study. Mining the treasures of the Life Application Study Bible. Oh, so you've been asked to speak. That's good. What do you do if you've been asked to speak? Then we've got, let me get back here. They have, this is really nice. If I can get to the beginning of it. It's papers. Okay, here we go. 365 reading plan. And then master index. So this has a master index. And then it even has, get to it. Here we go. Index to personality profiles. Then it has a concordance. Really nice. I'll bend my pages. And then we get to the maps. We have 16 full color maps. Nice maps. I think that's just one page thick paper. Oh, you're all probably like, come on, turn the page, goodness. It's kind of hard to get a hold of. Yeah, okay, so I wasn't going to say anything about the sewn binding because I wasn't sure, but I see it here. Definitely sewn. Good. I mean, this thing's huge. They would have to sew it. I mean, if this was a glued Bible, it would probably fall apart first time you picked it up. All right, there we have that. Let me show you the NIV. Now, one thing I like about the NIV here is this accent stitching. I think this really looks nice. And then I think these are 1/4 inch ribbons, satin ribbons. I'm glad they gave 2. I would have liked to have seen 3. I guess 2 is better than what the NLT did. Same vinyl paste down liner. And then they kind of went cheap on the presentation page, and you don't get any family record pages. This one is in red accents, and I'm just going to kind of flip through it a little bit here. But it has all the same stuff as the NLT. Trying to make sure I keep it squared in the camera frame for you. Nothing worse than watching a video and everything's crooked. You all ready for Thanksgiving? My little girl it's all she can talk about is Thanksgiving. She's already listening to Christmas music on K-Love. Yeah, you can see this is the same kind of same thing, but red. So, and one you can't get, as far as I know, you cannot get like the NIV in green accent, or you can't get the NLT in red. I mean, they only offer it. NLT is green and NIV is red. Now I say that, but I don't know if you were to go with the leather option. I don't know what accent that would come in. Same paper. Guys, just because I said this paper's thin, I still think it's quality. Like I said, me and my wife have been working through this NIV. She's got her own, and we haven't had any problems with the paper tearing or anything like that, or folding it over or anything like that. It's been really good to us. They've done a good job on these. These are amazing study Bibles. The maps are a little different in this. I'll show those to you. The maps in here are not the same maps as the NLT. Still nice maps. Very nice maps. Still 16 maps also. All right, closing comments. These are jam-packed, right? And they're also available in a King James and a New King James versions and additional bindings. I know I've seen the NLT available in genuine leather in an olive color. If you go with the New King James or the King James version, just note that there's a verse difference, 17 verses difference, I think it is, between the King James and the NIV and the NLT. So the commentary might differ a little bit in those areas. Just something to be aware of. I don't have the King James or the New King James version in the Life application. I would love to, but I don't have them, so I can't confirm if there's a difference in the commentary. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you all like this video. Please give a subscribe and a thumbs up, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.